Hey friends, welcome to One Flight Down Basement Beer Tastings. Today we're looking at a couple of beers from the Kame Kettle Beer Works in Fonthill, Ontario. Alright, these beers came to me courtesy of my friend Shane from Shane's Craft Beer Reviews. If you haven't had a chance to check out his channel, please do. He does some great beer reviews, some other content as well. His stuff's always a lot of fun. And so Shane, I met when I was out in Ontario back in September. I was on a little journey hitting 15 breweries in 3 days. And this brewery, Kame Kettle Beer Works, is located really close to Niagara Falls, the area that he lives in. And I almost went to it. This was on our list of places to possibly go. Fonthill and St. Catharines are about the same distance outside of Niagara Falls. And as we were journeying out, we had to pick one because we also wanted to hit places in Hamilton and possibly more in Toronto. So we picked one, and we went with Dragon in St. Catharines, also a nice brewery. If I haven't posted a video on that one yet, I think I've got one that will be coming up soon. There's just a wealth of material from that trip I took. I didn't get a chance to go to that brewery, but it was on the list, so I'm really excited that I've got a couple beers from that brewery now, courtesy of Shane. Okay, so the first one we're going to look at is an Amarillo Smash. For anyone who doesn't know, a Smash is a single malt and single hop beer. You don't usually put the A in in an acronym, but if you didn't do that, then it would just be Smash. And that's not as cool as Smash. Smash. You got Hulk. Hulk Smash. Hulk don't smash. Anyway, let's crack this open. I like the can art, by the way. I just want to say that first. I do, appreciate a nice the Hulk imagery on there is a lot of fun. I actually did do another beer from Kame Kettle in my last episode, also from Shane, and that was an oyster stout. And that was the first oyster stout I ever had, and I quite enjoyed it. So if you want to go back and check that one out, please do. All right, let's check this one out. Oh wait, this is from Shane. I should be hard pouring this. Can I hard pour when I'm like mid not hard pour? I don't know. Well, I'll try my best. So Shane's a big believer in the hard pour, and so I got to do it when it's a beer he gives to me. It just seems right. So, but it's kind of like a half hard pour. It was kind of I'm still not 100% on board with the hard pour. What are your thoughts on the hard pour? I know Shane's a big believer. I know Nutmeg 2 Palmetto is a big believer. And they both watch the show regularly, and I watch their shows regularly. You should check them out as well. If you enjoy this, you'd probably like their content. But anyone else want to chime in? What are your thoughts on hard pouring beers? Is it better? Is it better to make the beer less gassy, or does it make it too flat? My experience with it is kind of like a bit of both. Like I hard poured the stout in the last episode, and I enjoyed it. I've hard poured other beers other times, and I don't know if it was like the beer wasn't great, or if it was the hard pour that killed it. I don't know. I have no idea. I should probably be doing one consistent thing all the time. But I do this. I do this for you, Shane. You're a big believer in the hard pour, and I got this beer from you, so it just seems right. So this seems to have just kind of that foam is not going anywhere for a while, so I'm gonna have to dig into this. Let's see what's you can. I don't know if you can tell here. The head is very fluffy and thick, almost like an IPA kind of a head. So expect a little extra. It's not just more gray that's going to be appearing magically. It's going to be a beer mustache happening. All right, let's go on the nose first. Not a lot. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting something, but it's not. I was gonna say citrus at first, but not quite. Maybe just like a bit of a floral note. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. It's a floral note. All right, let's go in for a taste. All right. The interesting thing with this single malt, single hop is it kind of lets you really know what that hop variant tastes like, right? Because a lot of time you're getting a beer that's got like 2 or 3 different kinds of hops, and you know it makes a great combination, but on its own, what is it like? And this one is made with Amarillo hops. Is that what I said? Amarillo? Where is it? There, it's right on the front. It's on the name. It's an Amarillo Smash. So yeah, it's definitely got that bitterness you get with some hops. Going for another sip. The mouthfeel is almost silky in a way. It's got a weird aftertaste to it, though. Like there's a bitterness in the aftertaste for sure. Let's pour some more out here, and then we'll see what it says on the can. Isn't that beautiful? I just love that beer float kind of look that you get. Single malt, single hop brew delivers a straightforward, crisp, refreshing punch. Pale malt provides an easy drinking base, while a generous amount of Amarillo hops follows through with the bright tones of citrus and subtle floral notes. A 1-2 combination that will smash your taste buds. So it doesn't say much more than that. What's the alcohol content? There we go, 5.1%. Doesn't say anything about IBUs or anything like that. So, all right. There it is. Didn't appear the first time. Okay, hold on. Too busy admiring myself to think about the taste. Yeah, I find it funny that it says it's got a crisp, refreshing punch. I find a little bit of crispness right at the beginning, and then yeah, it's just kind of like a bit of a heavier mouthfeel. Actually, kind of it's yeah. I don't know. It's got a kind of heavy mouthfeel, which isn't something I normally would associate with a beer that is being called crisp. There is a nice bite at the front, but then yeah, there's just kind of a heavier note to it. I'm getting a little bit more of the citrus now, but still not a lot. Definitely the floral note of the Amarillo hop pops out in this the most, more than a citrus note. It's there a bit, but not super strong. Yeah, overall, this is a pretty decent beer. A lot different than the other smashes I've had. But again, I guess you're dealing with a different hop and a different malt with each of these. So really, you're going to get something completely different each time you have a smash, I think. So that's kind of cool. All right, so next up, we're doing an IPA. And this is how good a guy Shane is. Because when this showed up, and I looked at the name, I'm like, oh man, am I gonna have to pronounce this? I'm gonna have to, do my best to try and look cool, try and pronounce this. No, he told me exactly what this says, and I'm sure if I tried to pronounce it, I would have got it right away, or fairly quickly anyway. But it's called Gedit D'faKenya. Gedit D'faKenya. It's an IPA at 6% alcohol. With tropical fruit and bitterness on the agenda. Your word is easy drinking. So spell it out and get it the fuck in ya. All right. Yeah, it doesn't say IBUs. Seems to be something this brewery puts on their cans. But let's check this out. Almost forgot the hard pour again. My God. All right, here we go. Do I put it down over here? Okay, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. All right, here we go. True hard pour for you this time, Shane. I almost chicken out, and I don't want to clean up the mess from my hard pour. All right, well, let's let this settle a little bit, and I'm gonna actually check out the Kame Kettle website while we just kind of let this settle a little bit, and just see what other beers they've got on offer. So the brewery was founded in 2015 by longtime friends Todd Barber and Dave Bafus. I probably butchered his name. See what kind of beers they have. They've got a boo-boo juice. It's blueberries and maybe some other fruit were injured in the making of this beer. Nice. Righteous Red Irish Red Ale. They've got gives me tarts. A tartness that will make you go, oh. Minivan Kolsch. There's the Amarillo. There's the Oyster Stout. Anyways, yeah, that's what they've got on offer. Okay, so let's see how this beer is doing. Yeah, man, I can sip that. All right, so what do we have on the nose here? I'm getting a lot on the nose on this. Like there's a light note of, I don't know, like a fruitiness in there, like almost like juicy fruit gum kind of a smell. But it's very, very light, not overpowering at all. All right, let's go in for a sip. That's quite nice. That's got a little more of a bite at the end. Like this one, yeah, this is a little more, got a little more of a bitterness to it that you would expect from an IPA. Not super strong bitterness, but yeah, no, it's lingering. It's lingering. I like myself a nice bitter IPA. This is, yeah, it's quite nice. Yeah, it's kind of like just that nice sort of traditional IPA, I guess I want to say. You know, you get into some that are like super fruity or you know, your juicy ones, your hazies, that kind of thing. But this is just kind of more just straight ahead. You know, it's got that hoppy finish that you like from an IPA. Yeah, there's a juiciness to the general mouthfeel to it. I don't get a bite up front, but I do at the end. Yeah, overall, if I had to pick one of these two beers over the other, I think I would go with the Gedit D'faKenya. Yeah, both are decent beers. The what you call it? The Oyster Stout that I also did might be my favorite of the three I've done from this brewery. And that was the one I was expecting not to like, just because I'm not into oysters. And what I read about oyster stouts is that you're supposed to, it's supposed to kind of give the aroma and tastes of oysters, but to me it smelled like chocolate and tasted like a pretty normal stout. So maybe that means I like oysters. I don't know. But I think the surprise factor on that one was important in terms of how much I liked it. But I mean, these are both quite decent beers as well. Anyways, thanks for dropping by the Terry Isle Basement Pub, everybody. I've got more episodes coming up on a regular basis. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do. I try to put out new videos every Monday and Thursday. Until next time, cheers, everybody. I'm tired and I need to go home. Been here all week just drinking.